Greetings everyone, Mama Goddess here, and welcome back to my channel. This is Mama Goddess's Space. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of your spiritual journey. This message is for the sign of Gemini. So if you have Gemini anywhere in your natal chart, this message is for you. Thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you for subscribing, and shout out to my new subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit that post notification bell button so you are notified each and every time I upload a new video. All right, Gemini, let's get into your message and see what Spirit has for you. All right, starting you off with the Seven of Knives. The Two of Knives. Okay, so you got some things that you are thinking about, Gemini. Some things that you have been contemplating in your head over and over again, and you're going through some sort of transformation. Some big change is happening for you this week or whenever, because this is a timeless reading. So it may not be happening now. It may be happening next week. It may have happened somewhere in your past. Take it how it resonates. Just know you heard this message loud and clear, okay? I want to put some clarifiers here. Pardon me. Yeah, because you have some choices to make with this Two of Knives. Two represents duality, partnership, and balance. Knives represents thoughts and ideas. Some things that you are contemplating. This may be a relationship here because you do have the Six of Baskets that shows up for you. Something that may be something that you may have dealt with in your past, where Spirit is now wanting you to trust your intuition. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? What are you experiencing? What is your body telling you about this situation? How do you feel when you have to think about this situation, when you have to make a choice? Gemini, what is your gut telling you? You know what I mean? Because you have this card that says Miss Ida. Miss Ida is all about trusting your intuition, trusting your spirit and what you are experiencing. Like I said, this is a relationship reading. So when it comes to this relationship, because you have this card that says karmic relationship. So yeah, Gemini, what are you going to do? Are you truly happy in this relationship with the Four of Baskets? Four represents grounding, manifestation, and stability. Baskets represents the matters of the heart, feelings, and emotions. And looking at this, it looks like, Gemini, that you are really over it. Okay, you're not exactly happy, but you also don't want to move on. But Spirit is letting you know with this karmic relationship, Gemini, that this ain't it. This is not what you want. This is not what you had in mind. This is not something that you expected. I feel like for you, Gemini, you kind of just settled here. You just said, okay, this is just what it is. This is my person, and this is how it's always going to be. But is this who you envision? Is this what you really wanted for your life? You know, it's time to make those hard decisions. And with this Two of Knives, it's like, I don't know. I think I should, but I don't know, because I know if I do make a decision one way or the other, it's going to change my life drastically. And am I ready for this change? And this is where you are right now, Gemini. One thing Spirit does want you to do is to follow your dreams. But I feel like too that you've had to make a lot of decisions in this relationship. You always had to hustle hard. You always had to be the one to figure things out, to make things happen. It's like, I'm over it. I am over it, and I want something different. I want to change. And you have this card that says guide. This guide card pretty much says that, Gemini, everything that you need is already inside of you. You just have to make the decision to do so. I feel like, Gemini, that you're making this situation harder than what it has to be. With this Seven of Knives, seven represents self-reflection, self-assessment, and control. And knives represents thoughts and ideas. Are you overanalyzing this? Are you overthinking this? Like, when you think about yourself, outside of your responsibilities, outside of the expectations of you, outside of everything else, Gemini, when you think about you, and I feel like for a lot of you, you don't take the time to think about you, although you can be selfish at some point. And I mean selfish like in a negative way, like, get out my face, it's all about me, 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 me. I feel like for a lot of you though, you're having a hard time being selfish in a positive way, where you're thinking about just you. And now the time has come for you to think about just you. And therein lies the inner conflict, the inner duality. Duality is this thinking versus that thinking, having this versus that, being this versus being that. This is what duality is about. And again, with this two of baskets, two represents duality, partnership, and balance. I want to read duality to you. The duality, number 11. Maybe the number 11 is significant to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Maybe the number 2 is significant to you with the two of baskets. But let's read what it says from the aspect of your spirit guides, Gemini. Okay. It says you may have difficulty understanding your outer situation. Excuse me. There are many unexpected events, and somehow you're always hesitant. You wait for an external sign to make decisions for you because you aren't confident in yourself or don't take the first step. This creates inner and outer duality. Understand that outer duality is a reflection of your inner duality. We are sending you signs through your emotions and feelings so you may understand that everything comes from you. Don't look outwards, look inwards. You are able to assert yourself, connect to your sacral chakra, to trust in your feelings and emotions. Like I said, with this guide card, everything you need is already inside of you, Gemini. But let's get into this relationship a little bit more with my relationship deck to see exactly what is your next steps, Gemini. What does Spirit want for you from this relationship? What is it that you need to know as it relates to this relationship, Gemini? There are some big changes coming for you. It's because you also have this card that says calm. Spirit wants you to like calm your nerves. Okay, don't overthink this. You don't have to. You're not going to be without, because I feel like a lot of this too is centered around money. With this 4 of coins, 4 represents duality, partnership, and balance. Excuse me, 4 represents grounding, manifestation, and stability. Coins represents finances and security. And I feel like for you, this decision isn't just about you leaving or staying, but it's also affecting your finances and the way you make money or how you can generate income. You know, if you do make a change one way or another, your finances will take a hit, maybe, but maybe not. You know, are you afraid to put yourself out there? Are you afraid to make the choices for and by yourself, Gemini? Maybe you want to ask yourself that question. You have this card that says power play. It says wanting to dominate or control the relationship, insecurity and influence. And I feel like there's a lot of this going on in your relationship where there is a lot of control, whether it's coming from you or whether it's coming from the person that you are with, where because there's lack in one, the other one has to dominate and take over. So this relationship is very much imbalanced, sometimes even toxic, Gemini. So take that into account as you're making your decisions. You have this card that says expression, which is interesting. It says being able to share your feelings openly, vulnerable, and honesty. I don't feel like, I feel like one person is vulnerable and honest and the other is not as open and not as vulnerable. You know what I mean? So there's that duality even within your relationship. Just taking all of these things into an account, Gemini, okay? This card that says leap forward. It says seize the moment and let yourself be loved fully. Movement, speed, progress. If you are not feeling like this, if you're not feeling like you can let yourself be fully loved, then there's a problem. You know what I mean, Gemini? But it's totally up to you in what you want to do in this relationship. Okay. Even though you have built some strong roots, this card says building a building a foundation of trust with someone. Faithful friends first. Maybe for some of you, this is a friendship. Maybe look at your friendship. If it's not a romantic relationship, look at your platonic relationships. Maybe for some of you, there's an imbalance in your platonic relationships. Take it how it resonates, okay? But I also want to see how this affects your money. So let's get into your finances really quickly before we are out of time, to see what spirit has, because again, you do have the 4 of coins and you also have the 7 of coins. 7 represents self-reflection, self-assessment and control. Coins represents finances and security. This 7 of coins here is talking about like saving for a rainy day, or putting something away, or for you. Typically, this card is about, reaping the harvest and getting the things that you have worked so hard for. But I feel like for you now, Gemini, is that you have to put away some money for a rainy day, because you never know. Eventually, you want to get to this, a life of peace, a life of ease, relaxation, connecting with nature, allowing yourself to just relax. And I feel like for a long time for you, Gemini, you haven't had the opportunity to just relax, to just be. And a part of you feels like, or a part of you knows, that if you do make the decision to separate yourself, you'll be a lot more at ease. It won't be a lot of pressure to be in this relationship or connection or whatever this is for you. All right. But let's see what Spirit says as far as your finances is concerned. All right. So here we are with offering. It says the universe will meet all of your needs. So there's nothing that you need to really concern yourself with if you do decide to step away from this relationship or take a break from this relationship. You'll be provided for. Like we had the 7 of the 4 of coins, saving for a rainy day, not knowing whether or not, should I do it, should I not do it, will I take a financial hit? Like I asked you earlier, are you going to take a financial hit for this? You might be, but what if you don't? What if everything is okay? And this spirit is letting you know. It says the universe will meet all of your needs. Consider having a money altar. Call upon your spirit guides and angels to assist you during this time. You're not without help, Gemini, okay? You're not without help. And then you have at the bottom of the deck, it says windfalls. It says you're about to receive a windfall of money or a pay raise. So you're not going to be without help. Look at the little birds back there. Is not the universe providing for them? If God can take care of the birds and the fish in the sea, how much more valuable is your life to God? You know what I mean? All you got to do is be in the right place at the right time. Anyway, it says money is currently in a positive cycle. This is a great time to treat yourself or make that big purchase, Gemini. You're going to be provided for. You okay? You are right. But you do have this card that says caution. Like I said, saving for a rainy day. Use caution when making financial decisions. Careful not to overspend on wants instead of needs. I literally just said that. Make sure you're saving for a rainy day. So when you do make this transition, just be cautious. And I know that you will be. I don't get the sense that you're somebody who is sporadic with their spending. But if you are, put some away. Okay? Do what you got to do. Be responsible with your money, all right? But do know that you will be taken care of any way it goes. All right, Gemini? That is your message. Best of luck to you and all of your endeavors. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how you're healing. All right? Thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you for allowing me to be a part of your spiritual journey. All right. Hit that post notification bell button so you are notified each and every time I upload a new video. And if you haven't heard it today, Gemini, know that I love you. You are loved. You are worthy. And you are worth it. Take care, Gemini. Peace.